feels like you're kind of playing the same character for everything, or are they all very distinct?
Well, they are basically pretty distinct. I mean, you do have people that are magic users specifically, and who are very proficient in long-range attacks and sending out magic beams and things like that. And then you have characters that are much more proficient in melee attacks.
They were designed to really closely match their original counterparts. So they're all pretty different. I mean, you look at Squall, you look at Cloud here, and he naturally uses his huge sword to knock Cecil into the wall, whereas Cecil's whole thing is that he switches between his dark form and his light form, because in Final Fantasy IV there was good Cecil and evil Cecil. So right now Ray just switched over to light side Cecil, and he uses more melee attacks, whereas dark side Cecil will like shoot dark side pellets and that sort of thing. So they're all pretty different. They're all pretty distinct.
Cecil's interesting in that once you go airborne, he turns into a paladin once you try and attack. So it's kind of like a second stance in that way. So I like to stay airborne with him as much as possible, because his paladin attacks are much better than his dark knight stuff.
And different characters have different strengths. I mean, like, if you're talking about fighting game type things, Squall is really good at comboing. He relies really heavily on being able to string together moves, whereas Cloud relies really heavily on just knocking you into the wall as hard as he can. So, yeah.
Shallow Kitty wants to know if there's a difference between the North American version and the Japanese version.
The Japanese version is in Japanese. The North American version is in Japanese. It's very strange.
Well, as for a less jerky answer,
playing through and enjoying parts of the game, and how much of that has been just fighting the same enemy over and over again and getting XP to level up your characters?
Well, I don't know. It's been such a blur. There was like one day where I just like spent a whole night just trying to like level up Cecil by using this trick, by just going into like quick battle and setting up a custom battle.
But is it necessary to do that to get past some of the bosses? Do you have to sit and grind on these guys to make it?
I mean, it's necessary if you want to get through the story, yes, because the story does get more difficult and stuff like that. So it does pay.
Kuja right now?
Yes, I'm Kuja, and I'm also playing in command mode with the others.
So can we hear something that Kuja says? Is there a way to bring up his dialogue or command?
I mean,
or maybe we should just keep.
It's not that hard. I mean, it's not that easy because there are like pre-battle.
He makes battle noises. He grunts a lot.
Oh, there's like a pre-battle comment that he makes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when he arrives.
Oh, can we hear that? Like start up another game, and then because that's one of the.
I mean, yeah, I'll just go.
One of our requests. So.
I can try.
All right, which game was
there we go.
Kuja from?
He just said something. Sorry.
Yourself?
I'm a fan. Yes, I wouldn't say I played through all of them, but yes, I played all of them.
Which is your favorite Final Fantasy game? Just standalone Final Fantasy.
I do like 9 a whole lot, actually. So.
9 fans are a special breed.
Yeah, but over the years, I kind of like them all equally. That's no cool.
What about you, Kat? Or is there any particular Final Fantasy that you love?
Well, as I already mentioned, I know that it's not perfect, but I have a special place in my heart for Final Fantasy VIII, so that would probably be my favorite.
So looking at the roster, is there any particular character that you really wish had been in the game?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So who's left out of this?
Cypher from Final Fantasy VIII. He's Squall's rival in that game. He's very similar, gunblade and everything. They went with somebody else.
What are you waiting for?
Did you guys hear that?
So when you pick each character, do they have their own, I guess, song within the game when you're fighting?
Yeah, totally. There's different battle themes from each of the games that play over the stages and stuff like that. And you can, after you get farther in the game and unlock more things, you can select the music yourself.
It looks like you're about to drop off the edge of the world. Can you just fall off the maps? Is this Smash Brothers where, you know, if you knock a person off, you win?
You can fall off, but it doesn't, no, I mean, you don't, like, lose instantly or anything. You lose a little bit of your bravery points, but then you just port right back to the nearest edge.
So, talking about the music of the game, I guess as you play through, are you able to unlock more songs from each of the game, or is there only 1 or 2 songs from each individual game?
It kind of varies. I'd say there's maybe like 2 or 3 songs for each game. But yeah, in general, there's just a ton of stuff to unlock as far as music and like character icons for your friend cards for like multiplayer battles.
Looking at the stages, the live stream stage that we saw earlier, that's obviously very reminiscent of Final Fantasy VII, but the other levels have seemed a little generic to me. Is there something that I'm missing? Do these remind you of the any particular Final Fantasy stages?
Yeah, so I mean, again, they're all from each game basically. So this one is the Rift from Final Fantasy V. So it's just that the sad part of it is that this is just a boring-looking stage to begin with, because for some reason they just like completely one-to-one adapted the castle from Final Fantasy V with 16-bit graphics.
Is there a particular stage that you really enjoy battling on, or is there anything interesting about any of the stages?
I don't think I really have a favorite, but they do have varying sizes. Like this is obviously a much more wide open one, and there are more.
That's also what she said.
Yes, thank you, Justin.
I like battling in Ultimecia's castle from Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
because it has these ramps that you can grind up, and it's a lot of fun. Because if you press triangle, actually, your character will jump onto a rail, as maybe you've seen, and they'll go all the way up, and you can ride a ramp all the way up to the top of the clock tower. So you do that quite a bit, and I enjoy that.
Yeah, there are often many things to grind on.
Have you come to be defeated?
Oh, you're right. I couldn't do that voice. That was way too high.
Again, sorry, it's kind of hard to like get a certain voice here. So maybe if I stop sucking and win one, I can get a victory voice.
So, do you really suck at this game, or do you just kind of suck?
Oh, you know.
Veterans who've played every Final Fantasy on the planet, or will this appeal to anyone, even a first-timer?
This is definitely a fan service-oriented game in the sense that it's really for Final Fantasy fans. I think that it's a fun game, and that people who aren't necessarily familiar with the series will enjoy it.
It's hard to step out of it, though.
Voice cue, hold on. Sorry.
I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Alright, that sounded...
You can't hold back.
Copperkill has a comment from Twitter. He says, looking at this reminds him of the Kingdom Hearts battle system, and does it feel like that in any way?
Oh yeah, this is still command mode here I'm playing. So yeah, I mean, I suppose it is a little bit reminiscent of Kingdom Hearts.
Actually, this was originally supposed to be a Kingdom Hearts game.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's what the developer said, so that's probably why it's so familiar.
Yeah, it's a lot of the same stack too.
Yeah.
So yeah, command mode is definitely will definitely give you some Kingdom Hearts vibes.
Yes.
Just without the items and the...
Yeah.
Can you get gold in this game at all? Can you buy extra things, or is it all experience related?
Yeah, no, you do get gil from victories that you can use to buy extra things.
Yes.
Are there any one-shot items, like a potion that you would use that would fill up your hit points? And
there are, but only in story mode. So there will be random items lying around on the story mode map, and you can pick those up, and those will give you temporary boosts. But nothing that you can use in any other mode. And I mean, the only things that improve you are, of course, the accessories and equipment.
You may have covered this already, but can you die at all wandering too far out of bounds, like with the environment or anything like that?
No, I just showed it. Yeah, no, you don't lose instantly or anything. You just get warped up to the next ledge.
Well, are there any final questions?
Final question.
Well, that's that.
Oh.
It has to be Zidane.
It's in the voices, Justin. The voices tell me these things.
They made it They're Japanese. The pronunciation's difficult.
I'm sure this is the battle that all Final Fantasy fans were wondering about. Jecht or Zidane, or whatever the heck is, however you pronounce it.
I don't wonder about it. I'm just right.
I'm gonna go with Jecht in this one.
Jerk. All right, well.